So the violence playing out on American streets is jarring for everyone. It's all over our phones, our iPads, TVs, and kids are seeing it, whether they're there and it's happening in the street in front of them, whether it's an ICE raid or an actual shooting. It's traumatic. It's frightening. Whether they're watching the video on their cell phones over and over again, or just hearing about it in conversation at school or in the lunchroom. Children are getting a crash course in the cruelty and also the fear that's gripping the country right now. So what is the right way to talk about it with them, particularly for those with immigrant families or who know immigrant families? Dr. P.J. Stryker is a psychiatrist at Children's Minnesota, and she joins us now. Dr. Stryker, first of all, thank you for coming on the show. Can you tell me what you're hearing from your patients and parents in Minnesota?
Thank you so much for having me. I think we're seeing a lot of patients and families that are just scared, and they want to make sure their kids can get health care, get mental health care. And so, our goal at Children's Minnesota is just to make sure that every kid gets the care that they need.
Stryker, when children are being raised and told who are the figures of authority, like police or teachers, and then as we're looking at what's going on now in Minnesota, when we see people that we've taught children are the ones of authority, that they're different than others, and then they see them violent, how does that affect how children deal with normalizing violence or seeing violence as something that's allowable no matter what position you may assume in your life?
I think it's been very hard for kids to figure out who are the safe adults in their life, right? And most of the time we want to reassure them as the parent, right? Like mom and dad or mom and mom, whoever the parent is, we are the safe person in your life. And then we need to talk through with them who else around us in our community is the safe person, whether it's a neighbor, whether it's other family members, whether it's the school staff, whether it's the doctors and nurses that are working with them, who are the safe people for them to go to, because right now it feels very unclear who is safe for them. And so the more we can remind them of who is safe and we are here to keep you safe, that is kind of the best we can do right now, and to just validate that it's okay to be scared.
I would also think maybe ask some questions about what they already know, because how a child, depending on their age, might be perceiving something maybe different. Does that sort of a conversation, taking it slow, validating, but also listening, could you put it into words? If you're a parent whose kid is scared and saying, what's happening? I'm scared. You're going to be taken away from me. What do you say? What do you ask?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful point. The first thing we really should do is, what do you know about what's going on? What are you seeing or hearing? And what kind of questions do you have for me? And let the child really start the conversation, right? What are they experiencing? What have they heard? What have they seen? And what kind of questions do they have? How are they interpreting what's happening? And then our role is to listen, be there, be present, right? We all need to put our phones down and talk to our kids and kind of see what they are feeling and experiencing. And then for us to validate, it is okay to be scared. I might be scared too. And to really hear what they're feeling and then provide that sense of reassurance, right? We are not going to dismiss what they're feeling. We're not going to invalidate them. We're going to say, this are the things we're going to do together to keep you safe and to feel as good as we can.
All right, psychiatrist at Children's Minnesota, Dr. P.J. Stryker, thank you very much for this important conversation, as children are a huge part of this, watching what is happening in our country.